Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing the steps of curriculum development. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. When you think about curriculum, what comes to mind? Is it just a list of subjects or maybe a set of textbooks? Actually, it's much more than that. One of the classic definitions by John Kerr in 1968 says, curriculum is all the learning which is planned and guided by the school, whether it is carried on in groups or individually, inside or outside the school. So it's basically the whole learning journey that we design for students. And today I'll walk you through the main steps of curriculum development with simple examples from science classrooms to make it relatable. These are the basic steps involved in curriculum development. Step 1, curriculum planning. The very first step is planning. Here we think about what students need to learn and why. We also keep in mind the larger goals of society. For example, if we're planning science for class 8, it's not just about teaching the parts of a cell. We want students to see how cells relate to health, environment, and even the future careers. So planning sets the direction for everything else. Step 2 is curriculum design. Once we know the goals, we move to design. That's where we decide how to organize topics and in what order. In science, this could mean teaching biology starting with cells, then tissues, and then organ systems, so that it flows logically. And we don't just keep it to theory. For example, when we introduce the law of conservation of mass, we can plan both an explanation and a hands-on experiment. Step 3 is curriculum development. After design comes development. This is the practical step where we actually prepare the teaching materials. Think of worksheets for photosynthesis, lab manuals for experiments, or even digital simulations to explain electricity. Sometimes we pilot test these resources. For example, trying out a digital solar system model in one class before finalizing them. Step 4 is curriculum implementation. Now comes the real action, that is implementation. This is when the curriculum is actually used in classrooms. In science, that might look like teachers guiding students through chemical reaction experiments, arranging a field trip to a water treatment plant, or using inquiry-based lessons to spark curiosity. Of course, this works best when teachers are well prepared and resources like lab tools or multimedia are available. Step 5 is curriculum evaluation. Finally, we have evaluation. Here we ask, did it work? Did the students actually learn what we hoped they would? In science, evaluation can take many forms, like quick quizzes during a force and motion lesson, final exams at the end of the term, or even checking whether students apply their knowledge in daily life, like practicing waste segregation. The feedback we collect helps us improve the curriculum for the next round. So, in conclusion, curriculum development is like a cycle. We plan, design, develop, implement, and then evaluate. When we do this in science, the focus isn't just on memorizing facts. It's about building curiosity, problem solving, and practical skills. And that's how we prepare students not only for exams, but for life in a world shaped by science and technology. Thank you.